This is a demonstration of stropping a carving knife. I will use two sides of a four-sided strop, a medium grit side and an untreated leather side. I would recommend, while you're stropping, at least 10 to 15 strokes, and that depends on how dull or sharp the knife is when you start. I don't know whether I'll use that many. I may actually use more, but this is for demonstration purposes, showing you the technique of the strop and how to hold the knife, not necessarily the exact number of strokes that you should take. All right. First, we need to determine the proper angle to hold the knife against the strop. And for most knives, the angle of the bevel is very, very small, say 10 to 12 degrees. There are several ways to determine how that angle can be met. One of them is to hold the knife perpendicular to the strop. Half that, that'd be 45 degrees. Half that again, that's about 22 degrees. Half that again, that is about 11 degrees. So the knife is held at a very shallow angle to the strop. So pull, lift, turn, pull. The reason you lift and turn kind of backwards, it seems, is that you don't want to take a chance on rolling the edge of the knife over on the strop. So if you lift, turn, and press down again, you don't have to be afraid of doing that. If you ever watched a barber sharpen a straight razor, this is pretty much the way they do it. So back and forth, like I said, 10 to 15 strokes. And this will take a little minute, tiny bits of metal out, really polishing the blade more than anything else, but it's restoring that edge. And because you're sharpening one side and then the other, you're working them evenly, and you should maintain the same kind of good sharp edge. Now, go to the untreated leather side and do the same sort of thing. Same angle, same stroke. One thing I should mention too is that you don't want to press too hard. That might seem like the thing to do, but since most strops are made out of leather and leather gives, if you press too hard, the leather will tend to wrap up around the blade on the bottom, hug the edge sort of, and you'll actually be taking off part of that edge as you strop rather than creating an edge. So just the right amount of pressure. I'm not exactly sure in foot-pounds what that would be, but you'll figure that out on the way. Alrighty, that's pretty much it. When you finish the leather side, you should have restored your knife to a good sharp edge, and you'll want to test it. There are all sorts of ways to do that. I wouldn't recommend this exactly, but typically what I do is see if the blade can shave the hairs off the back of my hand, and they are, so I guess I'm done. Alrighty, that's it.